Hello, guys. So I hope you are all doing well, chilling, enjoying. So I would like to talk about since IPL is going on, since MS Dhoni, the legendary MS Dhoni, is playing, not as a captain but definitely as a player, and everyone wants to see him bat, even if it is a couple of balls. So there is something which he always says during press conferences or during interviews, so on and so forth. That is process or controllables, right? So if we get the process right, the results will take care of itself. That's what he says. Now, what does this mean basically? So I would like to talk about a phrase from the Bhagavad Gita, that is "Karam karo, fal ki asha mat karo." That is, do your duty, don't worry about the results. Now, it is kind of linked to uh, the process factor also, in one way or the other. So it's kind of sometimes misconstrued. I mean, the line in Bhagavad Gita. So of course, the interpreters, the expert interpreters, have said that it doesn't necessarily mean that don't worry about the results in a way that results don't matter. Of course, it does. It's a result oriented world. But what it tries to say, according to them, is that you have to focus on the controllables. You have to focus on the best you can do. So do your best and leave the rest, because results are not in your hand. Of course, it's a different thing that doing the process also, or doing your effort, during focus on your controllables also. The context may be sometimes different, or the situation also would be unfavorable. So that's a different thing. But that is the whole point. So doing your best given the situation, given the context, and focusing on the controllables, so that the results will take care of itself. So in a way, this is what exactly is meant by or said by Dhoni also. So what is this process basically? Is it bowling six Yorkers in an over and making life difficult for the batsman or a batter? Is it hitting six sixes in an over, like what Yuvraj Singh did back in 2007? So this process is getting the basics, getting the fundamentals right. That is a major part of it. So practice a lot of catches during your fielding drills, 300 or 500 catches, and some of those catches can be like going to the boundary line and taking those acrobatic catches which people or cricketers do these days, which was kind of unheard of, say like 2 decades back. But that is how the game has evolved, and cricketers need to adapt to that kind of a thing. So doing that, then thinking out of the box, thinking sometimes in the shoes of the opponent, what they, from their perspective, what they might be thinking. So getting these things right, getting the controllables right, reading the game well, working together as a unit, as a team. So these things are very important, which will eventually lead to creating up of a probability or an opportunity that you may win the match, or maybe even the tournament. And this concept, or this aspect which is mentioned by Dhoni, this coming from a person who has won three ICC trophies as a captain, and two of them being World Cups. So there's a lot of weightage. Now you will see that these days a lot of young cricketers and captains from India saying that, saying the same thing: process. It's all part of the process. Whether they win the match, whether they lose the match, they come to the post-match presentation and say the things which resonate with what MS Dhoni used to say in his international cricketing career days. But ultimately, they should mean something. Those words should mean something. And MS Dhoni meant what he said, and it resulted into some kind sort of an action, whether he won the match as a captain or not. But definitely, it translated into action more often than not. So that is what is important, and that is what the process is all about. So I hope you liked this piece of information, and I hope you are enjoying the IPL. So I thought of sharing this thought in this cricketing festival, season of festival, cricketing festival. So I hope you liked it. Thanks for listening to me. Thank you very much.